A woman in prison for more than 2 decades for murdering a pregnant woman could be set free. But the victim's family strongly against it. News 8's Ken Pierce live in our New Haven newsroom with more on today's emotional clemency hearing for Bonnie Jean Forshaw. Ken.
Yeah, and Keith, here in the newsroom, we've been watching the feed coming in from Niantic, from the Gates Correctional Facility, where the Board of Paroles and Pardons has been hearing the case of Bonnie Jean Forshaw. They've been going at this for about 3 hours now. Right now, she has been talking for about 45 minutes about herself, her past, and about the night that she says she accidentally shot and killed a pregnant woman.
I am guilty of shooting Miss Amos. I have claimed responsibility from day one.
And that's why Bonnie Jean Forshaw has been in prison for the last 27 years. But this is a clemency hearing, and she is arguing to get out based on her background and mental state the night she shot Joyce Amos.
The fear of being abused, the fear that made me carry a gun, the fear that I was going to be hurt.
Forshaw was abused and raped since she was a girl. She had her first child at 12. She says when she was at that Hartford bar in March of 1986, she was afraid another man was going to attack her, so she pulled out a gun and fired. But the bullet hit Joyce Amos, who was 6 months pregnant. A jury convicted Forshaw of first-degree murder. She got a 45-year sentence. But experts say her public defender should have argued Forshaw was under extreme emotional distress.
That's a basis for reducing a charge from murder to manslaughter. And manslaughter, of course, carries a far shorter prison term than murder.
Back in 1989, a public defender named John Blue wrote a memo agreeing that Forshaw's attorney blew it at trial.
I read the transcript, and I developed the concerns that are stated in the memorandum.
Blue is now a judge. He presided over the Cheshire home invasion trials. The Board of Pardons and Paroles heard from him and from the victim's family.
When my dad came into my room with tears in his eyes, I can never recall my dad crying before that time, before he told me the terrible news that my mom was shot and did not make it.
And, of course, she lost her unborn baby brother as well. The board heard from the victim's mother and brother, other relatives as well. This hearing is still going on. We're not quite sure how much longer it is going to last, but our own Tina Detel is there in Niantic right there, and she will have complete coverage for you coming up on News 8 at 5. For now, live in the New Haven newsroom, I'm Kent Pierce. Keith, back to you.